welcome back to the Office Pool. I'm here with my man Alex Lockhart.
Yes, indeed.
Here for another awesome week of the Office Pool.
Back at it.
Man.
Week 11.
You made it back from the West Coast?
West Coast was a lot warmer than it is here on the East Coast.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Promise you that. It was. It really was.
I don't believe it. I'm a little bit of haterade going on right there. Just a little bit of haterade.
A lot warmer in Scottsdale.
Because like that thing said 52 when I got up the other morning. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute.
But that's football season. Now you know it's football season when that wind breaks. So,
yeah. So, man, let's talk about our teams for a minute before we get into our recap by the official music by Producer 20.
I got 20.
Before we get into that, man, what we got here?
So this is an old fashioned here. This is an old fashioned.
Old fashions up in this
old fashioned is
Check it out.
Partake in that. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
It's definitely a slow motion drink.
It's a slow motion drink. We're sipping on this.
You going back in for another. It's definitely a slow motion drink. You went right back
in. Hey dog. I ain't scared of it. But yeah, man, let's talk about our teams, man. What your perspective on the Carolina Panthers, man?
Again, and thank you everybody in the comments on the Office Pool. Yes, I have this, crazy vibe when it comes to my Panthers. Almost the opposite of how you have yours with your Cowboys.
Yeah.
I ride or die with them. I just don't bet on them. It is so good, right? I ride or die with the Panthers. I don't bet on the Panthers. And now we have 3 wins. And if you remember all of our fans who were watching episode 1, 2, and 3, the Saints were 1, 2, and 3. They won 3 games straight. And I was like, I'm riding the Saints train. We have the same record as the Saints right now, going into week 11. The Carolina Panthers, who started off with just dud, now have the same record as the New Orleans Saints. So it just shows you that it ain't how you start, it's how you finish, right?
Yeah.
And I was impressed with the fan base out in Germany. I should have done a little bit more research and saw that it was going to be a home game feel for the Panthers. More fans there than here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah. Surprisingly, but maybe not so surprisingly. And it was a great game. They put up a convincing win, right? And they did. Now, what say you about them boys out in Dallas? Because
I thought we was gonna dig in a little bit more. I got the stats pulled up.
We could talk stats. Again.
I like the way that Bryce Young has taken control and he's calmed down just a bit more.
More practice.
15 to 25, 126 yards and 1 TD. No INTs, no fumbles.
Nope.
And he also had two good runs. Two runs for 30 yards. So
quite impressive. What I like out of Bryce Young is it looks like a level of confidence that we didn't see in the first 4.5 weeks before they pulled him out.
Yeah.
Right. And that confidence, I think, really just comes with, first of all, it's not the same receiving core that he had last year.
Yeah.
And we got rookies in there, a lot of rookies. And new coaching and new coordinators and new schemes. And he needed some time. Now, will he do it again this week? We will see.
Okay.
We will see.
Man. All right. So we talked last week about Chuba Hubbard and his.
Yes.
I think that is the component that the Panthers need in order to help Bryce Young more. Those 28 carries, we need a good running back and a good team will have those carries marked out for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the second game in a row he's gone over 100 yards. 28 carries for 153 yards and a TD on the ground.
Yeah, I think he's third in the league right now with rush.
Yeah.
Which is impressive to have somebody in that category from the Carolina Panthers with such a embarrassing record.
Yeah.
He's definitely pulling his weight.
Yeah. And it helps out those guys, man.
It slows down the rush on the linebacker core to put pressure on Bryce.
Yeah.
Who needs that time to get himself together to get down the field. So, absolutely.
Yeah. So, great job, man, for the young fella out of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
His second year, and this is a lot of guys in their they get maybe a second chance to be a starter in their fourth or fifth or sixth year, after their rookie year bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Young is getting his second chance in the same season.
Yeah.
And I think that helps out, the Panthers as they're looking forward. Now they might not win this many more games for the season. However, you're still looking at
he's active.
A very young, talented player who is now
getting the reps he needs.
Yes.
Yep.
And the maturation process is there.
And I think it's less embarrassment now to see him pull these 2 wins off.
Yeah.
And let's keep it a buck, right? Players get switched out all the time. It just so happened he's a quarterback, so it's a little bit more of a spotlight on the guy.
Yeah.
But players get rotated all
and he was the number 1 draft pick.
And he was the number 1 draft pick. But players, in every position, get shifted around a lot. That, him being, again, all that pressure, the number 1, living up to the number 1 draft pick, right? That just highlighted it and made it, it magnified the situation. However, players get swapped out all the time. Receivers, linebackers, O-linemen, they just don't get that same attention that Bryce got. So, I'm proud of Bryce.
All right, well, since you wanted to hurry and get to my Cowboys.
Wasn't a hurry. I just, trying to balance
We're going to talk about the Cowboys.
We're going to
talk I don't know where to start.
We got the W, you cop the L,
you're saying we like what's your
No,
Philly family?
we as in the Panthers got a W.
Yeah.
And then you as in the Cowboys.
Gotcha. All right, so the 34-6 loss to Philadelphia told me a lot of things, right? It showed in training camp. Trey Lance I believe, was the better quarterback during training camp than Cooper Rush.
Okay.
Cooper Rush just had the experience, and then last year he had when he had to play those first 5 games, and he was 5-1 when Dak was hurt.
Right.
Actually, 2 years ago. I think that Dallas needs to if they're going to play Trey Lance, give him that package, because he actually looked pretty good outside of the interception he did throw.
Mm-hmm.
He looked pretty good when they threw him in the fourth quarter, and they had to.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush was not doing anything, man.
Do you think, before you go,
ahead.
think he's going to play all of this next game? Who's going to play on Sunday?
I don't really know.
Okay.
And that's because you don't really know what the hell Dallas is going to do from week to week. And it's crazy because they not only have this problem at quarterback, they have this problem at running back.
Right. That's what they shouldn't have.
The only problem that they don't have on the field on the offensive side is who their number 1 receiver is.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
And not just what the position is, but the position identity.
Right.
When you got Trey Lance, you got a quarterback that can run RPOs to a T, and he's fast. He's really fast. All right. His arm strength is really good. His accuracy is maybe subpar when you're talking about those types of different aspects for a professional quarterback at this level. However, the more snaps Trey Lance get, the more passes he gets to complete game time is going to improve his confidence.
Perfectly.
And remember, Dak is going to be out for a while, bro. He has a muscle torn from the bone.
Yes, I don't see this. To me, would be an excellent time for Dak to just move on.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. Think about it.
Well, that's going to be hard to do because one, on that $240 million contract, he has a no trade clause.
$40 million.
So the Dallas Cowboys couldn't get rid of Dak Prescott if he had to. So if he had to sit the bench, he's going to be the highest paid backup quarterback
in the world,
in the history of professional football. So
sit it out,
I don't see them sitting Dak on purpose.
Right.
We look for like silver linings in bad situations. I believe that silver lining is the opportunity to show Trey Lance is a better all-around quarterback than Cooper Rush.
Oh, wow.
Even though Cooper Rush has been on the team longer.
No, I get that.
You know, the silver lining in that is you give Trey Lance 4 quarters.
Right.
What will happen? We've already seen what happens when you give Cooper Rush 4 quarters.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Let's see what happens when you give Trey Lance 4 quarters.
You know what? That might be that. I like that. Put a stamp on that, because you think about how you look at careers and how they shift.
Yeah.
Look at, we wouldn't have Tom Brady, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the injury didn't happen and you pull somebody else in.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there. I think you're onto something, and I want to see Cowboys win.
Yeah, and remember,
I want to see Cowboys win.
Dak Prescott came in when Tony Romo got hurt.
See what I'm saying?
And just like you brought up, you know,
Tom Brady
situation, man. Golly.
Yeah.
You know.
So at the end of the day, they made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
They have the skill set. They just need the opportunity.
Yeah.
You want to talk stats or not?
Well, I'm going to talk stats a little bit, because we're looking at a Dallas offense again that has no complete identity whatsoever. You got a team and an offensive coordinator that will get 5 wide on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
4 wide on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
Yeah.
When there should be 2 backs in the backfield
at some point,
and a tight end bought from a flex, and another tight end.
Going in motion.
Exactly.
Right.
Because that people don't understand, that was the technique, that was the key to Ezekiel Elliott's rookie season.
Yeah.
Almost 2,000 yards. He had a full backfield. He had a fullback. And even when they didn't have a fullback, they moved Jason Witten.
Yeah, I love Jason Witten.
To flex, to move in motion to the fullback position.
Yep.
So when they did the read option,
yep,
and those long veer plays, and Dallas still haven't figured this out, man.
They need you up in the box, man. They need you up in the box.
God, I wish that was possible. I swear.
Need you up in the box.
I swear.
That's what they need.
And that's just me putting on my coach's hat, man.
No. What are your expectations for going into week 11?
Good.
Oh man, no hope at all.
You remember when I called us the Dallas dumpster fires?
Yeah.
All right, I have 0 expectations.
0 expectations. Wow.
Well, I'm sorry, I do have 1 expectation, and that's to get my guy Trey Lance in more than 3 quarters, active 3 quarters.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. We're going to get Trey Lance in active in more than how many quarters?
More than 3 quarters, man.
3,
I mean, he has so many weapons that he can use his disposal, man. Look at Jake Ferguson, dude.
Right.
Jake Ferguson, his run after catch is good as any receiver, and he's a tight end. Dude, I'm just I don't know.
0 expectations.
0 expectations, man. We've got to get Trey Martin and those guys on the offensive line to understand we have to stop doing stupid stuff.
Gotcha.
Stop these stupid penalties, man. I believe Trey Martin is the only player in the NFL, the only offensive tackle in the NFL that does not have consecutive holding penalties. So he's got the skill set.
Okay.
He needs to let those guys, and like I said, man, and it's not a flag for Trey Lance. I'm not talking down about Trey Lance, but Trey Martin is an offensive lineman that can exhibit leadership.
Yeah.
You know,
and impose his will too.
Yeah.
And that's what you need.
Yeah.
You need a dog.
So again, Trey Martin, you guys get your together, please.
And thank you.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen next week. All I know is now the Dallas Cowboys have dug a hole that I doubt that they will be able to get themselves out of come week 18.
Right.
That's me as a Cowboys fan.
Right.
That's me as a former coach. That's me as a former player.
Right.
That's me everywhere, every ounce of football knowledge that I have in my brain says it's almost. It's not almost. It's time.
The time is now.
To push the panic button.
Yep.
And put some fire under the feet of a lot of players on this organization.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we've got week 11 coming up.
It's a blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah. We got the Texans Monday night. So I don't have to bet against my. I don't have to worry about betting for my Cowboys.
No, it's 2 Texas teams playing in Texas.
Yeah,
Somebody's
I mean, I would never imagine Dallas Cowboys being 3-6 right now, and the Texans being 6-4.
Yeah, you got the same record as the Panthers.
Yeah.
And Panthers going to the bye week, so I don't have to bet on Panthers either.
All right, so that's talking about our teams with Locke and TD. We got our recap man for week 10.
Let it roll.
Yeah. And of course, my man 20.
Yes, sir.
Producer 20 is going to lead us into this week 10 recap, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's go, 20.
Let's get it, 20.
I got 20 on my feet. I got 20 on my feet.
For my friend, Theron Davis. Shoe reveal. That's the box cover. What? So we got to open this up. We got to open this up and see what we're talking about. Look at the box. Ooh. Made in Italy. All right now. All right now. Well, it ain't but one shoe in here. No, just joking. It's just joking. Okay. Oh, man. What? This is the shoe. I'll be flying aerodynamically as we do the show. I think I should put one. I think I should put one on. Okay. Let me see if I can get my foot in here. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Me like. Remember, y'all saw it first here. Red bottoms, everything, and it's designer.
I got 20 on my feet.
These are dry steaks and cut in-house. Season them for a little while, and then we'll bring them out so you can see what kind of cut you're going to get. And then after I'll bring it back out to you with a completely different thing.
Your number one choice for Vibe Dining is now located at 223 South Elm Street, Prime, where they've turned fine dining into Vibe Dining.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back, man. That producer 20 is something special.
Every time, bro.
Something special.
Every time.
How'd you get that, man?
20?
Yeah.
On my beat?
Yeah.
I know 20.
Okay.
I just made a call. Like, 20, man, check out this show.
20, thank you, bro.
Check out the show and tell me what is missing.
Thank you.
He said, I already know what is missing.
Yeah.
He went in the kitchen and chefed it up.
Oh, wow.
Bang, bang. Now we
By
got
the
a
way,
banger.
the
Old fashioned.
is-
Yes, Lord.
As you can see, I'm almost finished with mine.
Yes, Lord. Slow motion for
That
it.
does not mean I have a problem, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
means you're thirsty.
Just a bit.
Quench one's thirst.
I also have water. It's my backup. And I'm calling the Uber home.
There you go.
All right.
Safety first here at the office pool.
Yeah, definitely.
Week 11.
Man, let's get into week 11, dude.
Week 11.
Game 1.
I
And
can't-
the Raiders.
I can't be stopped.
The Raiders.
Yeah.
In Miami, in MIA.
Yeah. So, what say you, my friend?
Well, I'm going with Miami
Okay.
because I don't see the Raiders winning
No.
too many more games this season.
No, you can't go from one party town to the next party town and think these boys going to behave when they know the season is in the bag. So I also am going with the Dolphins of Miami because they have something to prove. And what they're going to use that as a live practice. They're going to use it as a full speed practice on the Raiders. That's all they're doing. Hey guys, let's do this at full speed. They probably run a 2-minute drill every other 2 minutes just to get the, because they're looking at the next game. I think they're looking way past the Raiders. I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're looking at 2-7, 3-6.
Yeah.
Let's go to game number 2 in Nolans. We got the Cleveland Browns coming, and I see a sighting. I see a sighting
Of
a quarterback that we have not seen in a while that showed up last Sunday, and I was like, WTF. Let me give you another hint.
No.
He's from Florida State.
Yeah, he is from Florida State.
You know what I'm talking about?
Here's the thing. I'm going Saints. Browns are going to lose.
Really?
Yeah, man. Browns going to lose.
Come on, man. Get out of here.
Oh, man. We in New Orleans, and New Orleans has this game means more to New Orleans than it does to the Cleveland Browns. Like, it really does. Both of them.
I think it means more to the. I'm not going to say that because you've got some hope, hope there, because they've seen how Cleveland has seen how New Orleans has stumbled.
Yeah.
In the last 6 weeks.
Fallen. They lost all of them.
Yeah.
All 6.
All 6.
Right.
So Cleveland has hope with the new QB1.
They do.
My guy.
Yeah.
You still ain't said his name.
I'm not. So here's the thing. What's going to happen is you're in front of your home face. So remember when I picked that random Panthers pick like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? There's no way a franchise continues to lose at home, especially a franchise like New Orleans Saints. So if there's one that they have to win, this is the one they got to win. They got to win just so they can make sure they keep fans for next year. You got to win this home game against the Browns. The Saints got to win this game. Will they win it? We shall see. I'm going with the Saints on this one, man. The Browns are going to come with some energy. I think it's going to come down to like a field goal. To be very, very honest, it's going to be a tight game because nobody wants to lose this game. Nobody wants to be like, oh, we lost to the Browns. Oh, we lost to the Saints. It's going to be a slugfest. I'm going with the home team. In that, is it Mercedes Dome?
I think it's a Mercedes Dome.
I think it is a Mercedes Dome, kind of like the one in Atlanta. And I think what we're going to see is the Saints kind of put something together and come out with the W. I'm going Saints all day, baby.
All right, I got Cleveland Browns. Let's move on to game number 3, even though you didn't say his name again. You're going to say his name.
I said
you're going to say his name.
In production meeting.
You're going to say his name. We're going to go to game number 3. The Indianapolis Colts at the New York Football Jets. Are the Jets going to see a win? Are they finally going to put this thing together? Put the rumors to bed between Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams.
So this is almost like the same thing. It's like, man, they need a win. This is the only one that I'm going to do live here on the Office Pool. I'm going to make the selection. Everything else is selected. This one here we're going to make in the moment, just based off of I have to. The Jets have been very disappointing this year. And Aaron Rodgers, when asked if he's going to continue playing or this is going to be his last year, he's like, I mean, maybe I'll come back. Like, his confidence, I'm not seeing the same Aaron Rodgers with the discount. We did the belt.
The discount double check?
Yeah,
I hadn't seen that one. I hadn't seen that one in a minute.
I'm not seeing that energy. You're not seeing
the discount double check energy?
I'm not seeing that swag that I need to see. I'm not seeing any of that. And I think that's needed from a leader like Aaron Rodgers. And if they're going to win a game, it's going to have to be this one against the Colts. I don't know. I'm going to make a decision here momentarily. But what are your thoughts on it? Because it's not going to sway my decision one way.
Man, I'm going to tell you, and I'm almost done with my old-fashioned.
Delicious.
Woo, yeah, that's spicy. New York Jets. I've got them.
Really?
I've got Aaron Rodgers. I've got this. Something has to break.
I agree.
It's got to break. Aaron Rodgers is healthy. He's back. He has that one target that he wanted in Davante Adams. They had that reunion. Davante's been in the classroom.
Yeah.
He met the teacher.
Yeah.
He met the principal.
Yeah.
He's got his homework assignments.
Production's not there.
We'll see. Let's look at this. We've got a potentially really good team.
Yeah. That
just so happens to be 3-7. That's how I look at the New York Jets.
Yeah. So New York Jets have the same record as the Panthers. Different type of energy. But they also do the Dolphins and some other teams out here have the same record. The Saints. You know what I mean? Again, this is one of those games where even I alluded to this. If there's a game to win, it needs to be this one, right? It needs to be you're at home, you're 10 games in, it's week 11, you know what I mean? And you got to keep the fan base, you got to keep the hope alive.
Yeah.
You lose this game, where do you go from there as a loss to the Colts?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I feel you. I definitely understand what you're saying, man. So you've got the Colts.
I think I'm going to have to go with the Colts.
All right.
You know what I mean? Here's the thing. The Jets should win this game. I don't believe in them.
All right. Well, let's go to game number 4 in Tennessee. We've got the Minnesota Vikings at 7-2 playing at 2-7. Is that not our no-brainer pick? That's got to be our no-brainer. It's on the board.
Yeah.
Look up. It's no-brainer. We're not even going to talk about that.
I was going to say, ain't nothing to talk about.
Just 7-2 against 2-7.
Right.
Let's go to game number 5, Green Bay at Chicago, which happens to be the oldest professional football rivalry
in the history of history.
Yes, in the history of National Football League. I won't say football because the Canadian Football League is older than the NFL.
However, there was no Green Bay and there was no Chicago.
No. So let's talk about this, man. Is this not the battle of the young guns here?
It is. A shout out to my fam out there in Chicago. This is indeed the battle of the young guns. Get your ammo loaded up.
Yeah.
And it's going to go down, but it's going to go down in a bad way for Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago has been a disappointment. They started off so strong. So strong, very convincing.
Well, they had high hopes. They didn't really start strong,
but they were winning.
They had games where they were
the tempo. It was the tempo.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, because you're 4-5. They won one, lost one. 1-1, lost one. 1-2, lost one.
But they were big games, and I think it was the excitement. It was how they were winning.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the smoke and mirrors. It was how they were winning.
Yeah.
Now they've got changes they're making so many changes. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right. So all these changes, I don't think that whatever they're cooking in the kitchen, I don't think it's cohesive enough to pull off a win against the Green Bay and that young boy Love. And you love.
Well, I love to talk about Jordan Love. You see how I did that?
Yeah,
the thing that I love about this kid, man, is he is a gun slinger.
Off the hip.
He is a gun slinger, guy.
That was perfect.
And the thing that makes him so good is his youth and exuberance. His arm strength.
Yeah.
His arm strength.
Yeah. He can get it.
If you look at that play, if you look at the play last year when they beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, when he threw that long, like 90-something, 80-something yard touchdown off his back foot. That was off his back foot.
Yeah.
The ball was in the air for 60-something yards.
Yeah.
That was off his back foot.
Yeah.
So he's got the arm strength and he's got the wherewithal to sling that thing up and down the field, no matter who's covering who.
That's right.
So that's why I got Green Bay at 6-3 coming into Chicago and coming out 7-3 against the 4-5 Chicago Bears team.
So that makes two of us.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers over the Chicago Bears, ladies and gentlemen. I would say that's a no-brainer, but
no, our next game is definitely a no-brainer. Game number 6, Jacksonville coming to Detroit.
But there you go.
That's on the board as well. That's on the board, ladies
I was going to throw my no-brainer up, but I was saving it for that one.
Yeah, we definitely got Detroit.
Needs no commentary.
2-8 coming to 8-1 territory. You don't walk into a Lions den if you're not readily prepared.
Okay. So
did that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I think
bit.
Sounds like something like the Gladiator.
Yeah, you don't walk into a Lions den unless you're not prepared, bro.
Like Gladiator.
And Jacksonville's not prepared to walk into this Lions den.
First of all, is Trevor Lawrence healthy?
He's healthy. I just don't understand why when I saw the connection between him and Travis Etienne Jr., I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
This might be another,
See, I think they just stayed over in England way too long. They had their first, 3-4 games.
Yeah, they had residency wow. We're actually watching the Eagles and Commanders game, and we just saw a tremendous run by Saquon Barkley. But anyway, wow, that was wow. We've got this no-brainer, man. We've got 2-8 against 8-1. That's definitely a no-brainer. Let's go to game number 7, man. We've got the Rams coming to New England.
Rams to New England.
And this is the one we talked about it in pre-production, where you've got, even though New England is 3-7, they got some spunk.
Same as the Panthers. So there's a lot of teams out here that started off strong, and now the tables are balancing out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still at the bottom of our division, behind the Saints. The Patriots are definitely at the bottom of their division.
Yeah.
But what I have seen with the Patriots and what they've done, or what they're doing, they're growing into themselves to where they can make a run and come out, 7 and they might even come out 8-7.
Yeah.
Like, they really could. I got the Patriots on this one at home. Rams had a very, very short week.
Yeah.
And they're going to New England. So you have a short week, then you got to cut the week even shorter just to travel. Yeah. So that's really where I'm putting that's why I kind of did my pick based off of that. But sometimes, athletes, sometimes that rest works for them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. And that's simply because you're looking at from a perspective of, okay, they've gotten rest. However, the Rams.
What rest?
No, I'm talking about the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
You know, the Rams are they're looking for that perfect scenario where they can find a team where they can beat on and work on everything that they need to work on to get back.
The Patriots are that team?
I believe the Patriots are that team. Even though Drake May has shown, hey, do not F with this kid. F around and find out.
So here's my so you're picking Rams.
F around and find out.
You're picking Rams.
I'm picking the Rams still though.
And I'm picking Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to game number 8, Baltimore and Pittsburgh. This is another one where we were like, it took us like 5 minutes to do our picks on this.
This was tough. This was tough, homie.
I'm going to go with Baltimore because you're looking at a 7-3 and a 7-2 team, a very good 7-2 team, and a very good 7-3 team in Baltimore. You're looking at the Lamar Jackson, the Derrick Henry factor. You know, you're looking at Baltimore's defense, who does not break. They'll bend, but they will not break under pressure.
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, whose defense will not break under pressure. And it gives Russell that chance to get the ball back in certain possessions where he can win.
Right.
So that's a tough pick for me, but I'm going to go with Baltimore this week. Man.
Okay. And I want to go with Baltimore so bad. Shout out to the big homie and all those Baltimore Raven fans.
Yeah, shout out to big
Just
homie.
know that Baltimore is not the DMV. I'm feeling very strongly about the Steelers just because of the momentum that the Steelers have, the swag that they're putting together right now, and I see them protecting their house. I really see them protecting Steeler territory. I see them doing old school, hanging outside the Ravens hotels with the fire department, keeping them awake. Like I see that whole making sure that the Ravens get no sleep. Yeah. Like I really see that, right? This is a game where it's crucial for both teams.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go with the home team on this one. Shout out to the Steelers and Alex Smith. Hi, Smith. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Russell Wilson do what he has to do to get this one done. I really think it's going to come down to whoever has the most penalties will be in the losers category on this one, on this Sunday.
Okay, yeah. So you got Pittsburgh, I got Baltimore. We'll see what happens on this one.
Yeah.
Again, Baltimore coming in at 7-3 at home. At Pittsburgh, who's at home at 7-2. They've gotten rest, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Let's go to game number 9. Another game that we talked about. This is like mirror. We've got a 4-5 and a 5-4 team. Seattle at the 49ers.
We got to split on this one too, don't we?
Yeah, I think we split on this one. I've got Seattle. I've got Mr. Smith and gang in the
This
gang.
might be your worst week ever. Because you're splitting so many.
Well, we got to make it interesting for the fans.
All right, well, okay. San Fran for me, buddy.
We've got
Christian McCaffrey back. Excellent blocker out of the backfield. Sets up the block, then slips out. I mean, he just opens up the field for everybody. Him being back is a different type of swag in itself. You know what I mean? Run DMC, run CMC. You know what I'm saying? Run Christian McCaffrey. Like, he's him. Like, legit. And I think that component, plus that they've had time to get healthy, and their defense is where it needs to be, and they're playing at home.
Yeah.
Come on, 9 a game.
Well,
I'm going San Francisco.
Well, when you look at the battle, the way the quarterbacks are set up, right?
Yeah.
Geno Smith has the edge in we're talking about
in multiple
quarterback rating,
categories.
Right?
I get that.
He has 11 TDs. However, he has 10 interceptions.
In that part.
But what counteracts that is his quarterback rating at 88.6 against Brock Purdy's 85.
I like Kittles, bro. I like Kittles. I like
well, those are the weapons that Brock
you know what I'm
Purdy
saying?
has, you know?
I like the weapons, bro, and I really like. Is this a battle of the young guns or not?
No, it's not, because Geno's been in the league for a while, even though this is Brock Purdy's second year.
Okay.
However, you mentioned those weapons, and Geno Smith has the same weapons. You know, he has a running back. He has Tyler Lockett.
He does.
He has, you know, the big guy.
He does.
You know, at receiver. You know, we're looking at two quarterbacks that both have a good running back, and two good receivers.
Right.
You know, And that's the reason why they're 4-5 and 5-4. And this clash right here is going to make the difference of who is going to be the better part when we're looking at the NFC West.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. I agree. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
I still feel strongly that San Fran has a little bit more. I just feel like they got it. To me, I just feel so strong about the 49ers at home with the win last week. And I just feel like they got this one, man. I really feel strongly about it. What's next?
Yeah. Well, let's go to game number 10, man. In Denver, Mile High, we've got a 6-4 Atlanta team who is, they're still on the hot streak. They're still, in the win column. They're above 500 against a 5-5 Denver Broncos team whose Bo Nix has been doing a really good job of managing this
Bo.
team. I love Bo Nix. However, he will not beat the Atlanta Falcons.
What?
He will not beat the Atlanta Falcons.
You going with the Falcons?
I'm going with ATL. Dirty Birds.
Stand up, Ashley. I'm going with the Broncos. That's Chloe's homegirl, and she's a Bronco fan.
Okay.
And when they came to Carolina, she came out to the game. So here's the thing. I'm going Broncos. Broncos are really on a roll right now.
You know what? This is the first time all year you've not gone
with
for
the Falcons. Yeah, Falcons are good, but Falcons to me, and I like the kicker. The kicker lost. It came down to a kick, I think, last week. Mm-hmm. I like a lot about the Falcons. I just don't see them going to Denver and pulling that one off. Right now, just because of the way the Broncos have been playing, I also see them protecting their house, having less turnovers, and I don't know what the spread is on that one. I just feel strongly that the Broncos are going to put together a really good game plan for the Falcons and not make it close. Falcons almost knocked off the Kansas City Chiefs, and they've been knocking off other teams that we thought they wouldn't beat. Yeah. So I really see them doing what they got to do. Yeah. Shout out to the Eagles as they are running away with the game on the Commanders. Let's see how that plays out.
All right, let's go to our game number 11, which is your underdog pick of the week.
Underdog.
I said it was BS.
Pick of the week.
The reason why he's picking the Chiefs, and they're the underdog. Now, the reason why that
the Kansas City Chiefs
2-point
underdog
are a 2-point underdog,
right?
Is because that Patrick Mahomes has yet to, find that combination, find that daggone, that key to the Buffalo Bills, and how these guys in Buffalo have their number.
Yeah,
we're looking at
that's a rivalry.
Yeah. I'm looking at the spread here, bro. We're looking at Kansas City. They're 2-point underdogs at Buffalo, and the Chiefs have been underdogs with Mahomes as a starter. This is like the 15th time, maybe.
Yeah.
Since Patrick Mahomes has been a starting quarterback, this is the 15th time he's been an underdog. And the crazy thing is, 11 of those times it's been against Buffalo.
And guess what? Got the dub. So that's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. You're going with Buffalo?
I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm going with
Josh Allen.
I like Josh. I was going to go with Josh. I really was. And I said, nah, 10-0 sounds good. It sells tickets. It just makes sense. I've seen them getting on the road, going there and sneaking away with a W. Right now, the way Kansas City has been playing, they've been playing down to the wire.
Yeah.
Right? But I think they're only doing that for fun. I really think at any point they can hit the switch. And I think they're going to hit the switch on them Buffalo boys and let it go. Because everybody's going to pick. I don't know what people are going to pick.
Yeah.
Buffalo should win this game. Right? Based off of how Kansas City looked the last 3 weeks, they've been skating by. They won by a kick, then won by a block kick. That's not good. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's really not good. So, yeah, underdog pick of the week. If I had to pick one, I'm going with KC, man.
All right.
Money on KC.
All right. Well, I've got Buffalo. Let's go to our prime time pick of the week.
Prime time pick of the week. We got a drum roll.
Sponsored by Prime at 223
That's right,
South Elm Street in
That's right.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I remember the zip code. It's 274 Look
at you.
Yeah, man. Gotta give our shout out to our sponsors,
Hey, man, that's
MC
what's
and all
up.
those guys at Prime have been nothing but gracious.
Yeah,
and
so
nothing but a
hospitable.
blessing for
So
us,
hospitable.
man, to do our show here,
Nothing
man.
like food. Food is my love language.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So, like, you put me at Prime and it's time to dine.
Yeah, we're
you
talking about vibe
dining. Look at you, Playboy.
Bengals coming to LA.
Yeah.
They're flying to LA from Cincinnati.
Yep. Face the Chargers.
To face a good 6-3.
Yeah. A convincing
LA Chargers.
Yeah, convincing.
The Lightning Bolts.
Yep, convincing 6-3. And you see what I got boxed off right there. Bing, bing, bang. And I love Chase. Fantasy guys, Chase all day.
Yeah.
Burrow, so thorough. But going with the Chargers on this one. Going with the Chargers on this one for multiple reasons that I probably could elaborate on.
Yeah.
However, don't see the need. I think Chargers going to get this one.
We still got some talk time left.
We got plenty of talk time. But I'm going to yield to your opinion to see who you got picked. But I have the Chargers boxed off right here.
I've got the Chargers, and
and
you know how we do since this is the primetime pick of the week, sponsored by Prime.
Pick of the week.
I'm going to go with the under this week.
Okay.
And I got a 27-14 win with the Lightning Bolts.
27-14.
I got 27-14 over Cincinnati.
24-21.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's not going to be an easy game. So here's the thing. It's not going to be an easy game at all.
So you've got the over on this one.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game. And I'm going Chargers, so we can go back. So now this is the part where we elaborate. So Chargers, again, have been putting together a really cohesive game plan week after week. And the Bengals almost give that same Kansas City, or we might win, we might not win at the end of every game.
Yeah.
And they have an electrifying offense. However, as far as consistency goes and as far as the win columns go, they get it too close to the wire.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a great matchup. I just think that the Chargers have a better game plan, and they've been playing more, first of all, on aggressiveness. I don't see them they're putting no pressure on the quarterback. Bengals are not putting any pressure on the quarterback, so that right there was my main reason.
Yeah.
And then second, I just feel like, again, as electrifying as the Bengals have played, it hasn't been consistent enough for me.
All right. Well, you've heard them. You've heard all of our picks for NFL Sunday picks for Week 11.
Week 11.
Man, I have nothing but gratitude, man, to be able to be in this space, to do a show with one of my best friends.
Yes, sir.
One of the birthday boys in the building, man. I'm TD.
Lockhart Entertainment,
and
babe.
I'm going to say like and subscribe, which is here and here.
Yeah.
I think we got it. Yeah, here and here.
Like
and subscribe. And tune in next Saturday to another episode of The Office Pool.
That's right.
Thank you, Stoners.
That's right.
Thank you, Prime. Thank you, 83 Sports. Thank you, Jacob Media.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys, and we'll see you next week.
And to you fans, you guys making this happen. Y'all turning it up for us. Let's go. The Office Pool, 20 on my beat.
20 on my beat.
Yes, sir.